Okay, so hello. Now, I will bring this up here first. And what we're doing right now is we are doing a little thing for National Storytelling Day. Today is National Tell a Story Day. It's observed annually on April 27th, and we covered this in our earlier talent talk. If you are tuning in, this is an opportunity for, if you would like, to take just a little bit of a break. I am going to do for you, I am going to read 5 stories online, and I hope you will enjoy. If you want, gather the kitties around the computer, and if you need just a momentary break, I will read a selection of some children's stories for you. So what I have Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. And I may need to turn off the green screen or I'm going to lose some colors here. So I'm going to do that right now. I didn't even realize that at first. Okay, let's take off the virtual background. Now you will see my green screen in the background, but nothing more. Okay. The Places You'll Go. We have 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. We have Pete the cat. We have my wife and Christy, our Salcedo's book, Love You Forever. She used to read this to our boys every night. And then in our house, because we've got the pugs, Pig the Pug. All right. Hey. All right. So let's see here. If you have, we just went blurry. There we are. Oh, if you didn't notice, I looked in the closet real quick. I did not have a Mr. Rogers type sweater. I so wanted that because today I am Uncle Gergen. I am here to help entertain and keep the kiddos calm. So I found my sweater vest. I put that on. I put on the little driving cap, and I am ready to give a little bit of reading pleasure for you and your kiddos. The very first one, how about we start with, let's see. Unless you have a suggestion, let us start with, you know what? I love this one. Let's start with Oh, the Places You'll Go. All right. And I will try to read upside down here. I will do my very best. And we will start on page 1. Hopefully you can see this very well. Oh, I'm going to move the camera down so it's got a little better spacing on that. Okay, and here we go. Congratulations, today's your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have shoes in your feet. You can steer yourself down. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some, you'll say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang. You'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and shin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place. The waiting place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting, perhaps, for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. And then I would go boom, 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 boom. With the banner flip-flapping, once more you'll fly right high. Right, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you go. There's fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win, because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There's some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hacken cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact. And remember that life's just a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And you will succeed. Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxom, Bixby or Bray, or Mordecai Alley, Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. And that was, oh, the places you'll go. Really enjoy that story. And I promise you, since this is the National Tell a Story Day, we'll have a couple more stories as well. I'll read them along like that. Some of them I know super, super well. Some of them I will be reading as I go across. The next one I think should be fun is 5 little monkeys jumping on a bed. And as we open it up, the first page will show you how to draw a monkey from the head. Then the rest of the body on the next page. And what we have is 5 little monkeys jumping on a bed, retold and illustrated by Eileen Christlow. So here is the new story. It was bedtime, so 5 little monkeys took a bath. 5 little monkeys put on their pajamas. 5 little monkeys brushed their teeth. 5 little monkeys said good night to their mama. Then 5 little monkeys jumped on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." So 4 little monkeys jumped on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Oh. So, 3 little monkeys jumped on the bed. One fell off and bumped her head. Oh, crinkle page. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So, 2 little monkeys jumped on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So, 1 little monkey jumped on the bed. She fell off and bumped her head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 5 little monkeys fell fast asleep. Thank goodness, said the mama. Now I can go to bed. And what is she doing on the bed? Of course she's jumping. All right. And of course that goes to the song, 5 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed. And that was telling by Eileen Christlow. 5 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed. And the next one is going to be, this was Tristan's, our youngest. This was his favorite little book series when he was about, maybe about 5. And it's the Pete the Cat series. And Kimberly and James Dean, he just crept in here and then swiftly crept back out. It's fun. Excuse me. Great little illustrations throughout. And here we go. Pete the Cat and the new guy. Oh, look at that. There is a card sitting inside here. I wonder why. Okay. So it was Sunday, and Pete's friends had come to play. They were rocking to a new song when beep, beep, beep. There was a noise coming from across the street. Wise old Owl had a view from his tree. Pete said, hey, Owl, what do you see? Owl said, all I see are green shoes and a red hat. Pete answered, sounds like my kind of cat. Pete could not imagine who this new guy could be. I really hope it's a new friend for me. On Monday, Pete wanted to say hi, but he was feeling kind of shy. So he just rode by and by and by and by until finally Pete got to meet the new guy. Pete said, I've never met anyone quite like you. You seem like a duck and like a beaver too. The new guy said to Pete, hi, my name is Gus. Glad to meet you. I'm a platypus. Pete said, you're not like me and I am not like you. But I think being different is really very cool. I've got a little hand on my shoulder. On Tuesday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. They came to Squirrel, who was playing in a tree.
Squirrel?
Hi, Gus, said Squirrel. Climbing is easy. Try and see. Gus gave the tree a try, but the branch was way too high. I wish I could climb like you, but climbing is something I just can't do.
Yay.
Pete said, don't be sad. Don't be blue. There is something everyone can do.
Like.
Tristan. On Wednesday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. They came to Pete's friend Grumpy Toad, who said, come play leapfrog with me. Jumping is easy. Try and see. Gus jumped and leaped, but he couldn't get over Toad or Pete. I wish I could jump like you, but jumping is something I just can't do. Pete said, don't be sad.
Yeah?
Don't be blue. There is something everyone can do. On Thursday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. Soon they saw Octopus, who said, come juggle with me. Juggling is easy. Try and see. I wish I could juggle like you, but juggling is something I just can't do. Pete said, don't be sad. don't be blue. There is something everyone can do. On Friday, Pete and Gus took a walk down the street. Gus said, I can't juggle or jump or climb a tree. It's no fun around here for me. On Saturday, Pete hoped Gus would come out to play. I wish Gus wasn't sad. I wish Gus wasn't blue. I wish there was something that we could do. Just then Pete heard a groovy sound. It was coming from across the street. Gus was rocking to his own beat. Sweet. Pete said, check out Gus the platypus. Or platypus. He found something cool he can do with us. And then we got a tap, a thump, a tap, a jiggle, 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 and a shake. He's not sad. He's not blue. Gus found something that everyone can do. And they're a rockin', groovy little band. Isn't that great? And Jen, yes, Pete the cat is fantastic.
I'm going to rip out that word.
And now, this is one that Tristan will be would like to see, which is Pig the Pug. No, I got it, bud.
No, please.
Nope.
Please. I like it.
I know. All right. Mm-hmm. So this is Pig the Pug by Aaron Blatty. What a name, huh? It's probably pronounced Blaby or something like that, but it looks like Blabby. So I'm going to go with that. All right. Because this household loves pugs.
Arf.
Pig was a pug, and I'm sorry to say, he was greedy and selfish in most every way. The book says, or the bowl says, mine. He lived in a house with a wiener dog, Trevor. But when was he nice to him? I'll tell you, never. You've got some great toys there, poor Trevor would say. But Pig would just grumble. They're mine. Go away. But it might be more fun, Trevor said to Pig, if we both played together. Well, Pig flipped his wig. No, they're mine. Didn't you hear? Only mine. You keep your paws off them. They're mine, mine. I know what your game is. You want me to share, but I'll never do that. I won't, and I swear. And with that, he proceeded to gather his stuff and make a big pile with a huff and a puff. And once he had gathered them up in a pile, he howled from the top with a satisfied smile. There, shouted Pig. Now you won't get my loot. It's mine, mine. So why don't you scoot? But just at that moment, poor Trevor did see the pile was wobbling. Oh, dear me. Watch out up there, good Trevor did cry. But the shame of it was, well, pugs cannot fly. These days, it's different. I'm happy to say it's so very different in most every way. Yes, Pig shares his toys now, and Trevor's his friends, and they both play together while Pig's on the mend.
No, you said friends instead of friend.
Oh, friend. Thank you.
Anyway, I'm going to go with that so I don't have to hear this.
Yes, Donna. It's always about the pug love in this household. All right. So for National Tell a Story Day, this is the last book to read. Again, I know Donna is watching. This is the book that she would read to each of the boys when they were young. And Christina, we just found out, yes, that this is what she still says and her sisters say to her mama. So here we go. I Love You Forever, written by, and you can see this book has been through a little bit here. It's been with us for a very long time. Written by Robert Munsch and illustrated by Sheila McGraw. Oh, and this was actually, Mary Joyce. That's right. Oh, how How sweet. This was when GC was very first born. It was one of the first books we were ever given to read to him. So here we go. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she held him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. But at night, when he was asleep, his mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If he was really asleep, she picked him up or picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at night, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." And that teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and he got a house across town. But sometimes, on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that was mother. Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older and older. One day she called her son and said, "You better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for all." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. And that is the story of Love You Forever. And that's a really, really sweet one. Hopefully that worked well with even with my singing. But alrighty. So that was what we wanted to do, or that's what we wanted to do for a National Tell a Story Day. Hopefully this was about 25 minutes. Hopefully you were able to take a little bit of time and let me entertain, as Uncle Gergen, let me entertain your child for just a moment so you can get just a little bit of a break. Other than that, just appreciate all of you so much. Always enjoy the time. And I would typically say, I can still say, want you all to be bold, but really just have a great day, a great evening, and see you tomorrow. All right. Happy National Storytelling, or happy National Tell a Story Day. Bye.